Hi, happy weekend. And to guest Chef D, happy birthday. I won't tell everyone how old you are because I love you and I don't want to get on your bad side. Anyway, we're making our breakfast of the week. We're making homemade from scratch beignets. So that should impress the in-laws since most of my husband's family is from the New Orleans area, or at least the immediate people are from the New Orleans area. So we're making some homemade beignets because while it's theirs, it's also something my family loves and my mom really loves. So it's a shame she's not actually here. Like, you should be here, guest Chef D. You just should. I'm just gonna throw that out there. You should be here. All right, let's get to it. It's time for another episode of Cooking with Kaitlin. That's me. Enjoy. All right, so we're starting off by getting our dry ingredients ready. It's 3 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, and do half a teaspoon of nutmeg and half a teaspoon of cinnamon. I have not used the nutmeg yet. So we get to open that. I may pause you guys if this takes longer. All right, I'm gonna pause you guys. We'll get it back. 1 sec. All right, now we'll do half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And then, we will promptly spill the nutmeg. Goofs on Cooking with Kaitlin. Clean that up in a little bit before we switch over to stuff. Half a teaspoon of cinnamon. Right. 1 sec. Right, sorry, just needed to clean the nutmeg up before it became a thing. Right, now we're doing 1 package of yeast in there. Go. All right, and these are all our dry ingredients. Just gonna nicely blend them all together before we set them to the side to start on our wet ingredients. All right, 1 sec. All right, we have 1 tablespoon brown sugar, 1 tablespoon white sugar, and 2 tablespoons butter. On top of, we're doing 1 cup scalding milk. We're going to just do the smallest level to combine it though. Gonna get that butter maybe a little more melted. So I'll check back when that's all combined. All right, we can see everything's melted and combined. What we want to let it do now is we're going to let it cool for a little bit to a more lukewarm temperature, and then we'll move to the next step. All right, so it's gotten lukewarm. Now, just to make this easier on myself, I'm going to do this. We're supposed to do half the dry ingredients in there. That just much easier. All right. Let's start lightly. Let it combine. go. Okay. All right, I'm gonna scrape the rest in. Okay. All right, doing the other half now. Sorry, just making sure it doesn't all fly everywhere on the first stir round. And getting that all combined in, that's good. One final thing to add in. It's an egg. I'll let that kind of beat all to itself. Get everything nicely combined. All right, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna switch our hooks. We're gonna get our kneading hook going for this. Get all of this off. Go. Just getting all that out. Okay. Okay. Got. There we go. Sorry guys, just getting all this off before we do the kneading hook on there instead. Or the handle, whatever it's attachment, the attachment. Oh, I could get my words. Wouldn't that be wonderful? If you don't have this, then you would be kneading this on a floured surface, which also means I'll be watching to see if perhaps this needs a little bit of flour just added to it so it's not stickier than it's supposed to be. That's what's in my head. I'm guessing sometimes if you do it this way, you gotta add in a little bit more of your flour. Just kind of, not a ton, just some, to kind of let it do its thing and get to that texture we want. But see, I didn't add a bunch, just kind of letting it figure itself out. It's not on a high speed. So now I'm gonna just I think we'll do one more. And that should get it to where we want it. Sorry, I need to transfer my flour to my flour container. Just hadn't done so, and it was time to make this. So there we were. Yeah, that looks right. What we want it to be doing. All right, get that all off. And we're gonna move it to a greased bowl. I'm gonna kind of let it all sit and rise up for about an hour. And we will check back then. All right, so now it's time to take that out. Got a floured surface. Get that on there. Our rolling pin. Gonna be rolling it. Aiming for about a 1/4 inch thickness. Just gonna shift it a little just for how it's going shape-wise. All right. We're actually going to be letting them do another rise here in a second. Got a greased cookie sheet. Just do that just to get that going. Just going to cut them up. And you could do triangles. I'm going to just go with more rectangular shapes for the most part, although some of these are kind of creating their own. Just leave that to it. And that's okay. So we'll have a few small ones that I might kind of combine to larger ones. But there we go. We're just going to place them all on our cookie sheet. Cover and let them rest for another anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, depending. So we're just going to do that. Then we will check back, so it'll be time to fry. All right, so got our oil nice and heated. Let these rise up for about 35-40 minutes. See, they're bubbling nicely. This is our amalgamation one. With the little bitty ends, if you remember. It all kind of went in. So you're just putting them in there. Gonna let them fry a couple minutes on each side. We're gonna drain them. I'll tap them. That's probably, I could do one of our little ones in there. You just can't go wrong with fried dough. No, you can't. Kind of letting them pop, you know, kind of little holes in the middle. It's the only one I'm not sure is going to do it because I had to kind of mush a few together. So we're just going to let them do a couple minutes on each side. Flip them around. Get them nice and golden. So you'll check back then. Where are you? There it is. On, so see, we flipped them, getting nice and golden brown. Fuel just gonna get flipped again to get a little darker in a few spots, get all done. Then we will, this one looks almost like it's like a chicken wing or something. Then we will be just taking them out and draining them and put powdered sugar on them. You put whatever you like on them. Honey, regular sugar, caramel sauce, chocolate sauce, whatever sounds good. Powdered sugar is the traditional topping. I'll say that much for it. See, there we go. That's getting nice and darker. Right, this one is ready to drain. Let's see, better. Oh, it just looks like it does. Oh. So that one, just kind of flipping those back over for the spots that didn't quite get totally done. You're just kind of moving them around and seeing. See, because then it doesn't take too long once they start finishing up those ones. It just looks like that part just didn't cook. That's not great. But I guess it's cooked. It's been in that oil. I don't know why it's not changing color. All right, anyway, I'll check back when we're dusting them with the powdered sugar. All right, so just as you take them out, you're just kind of shaking that powdered sugar out there, as you please. But there they are. Bon appetit and laissez-les bon temps roulé, since these are pretty much New Orleans area. See you later.